Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see Salesforce Models API. Using Salesforce Models API, we can access LLM models. We can make use of Salesforce Apex, or we can also make use of REST API to connect to the Models API, and then we can generate the responses using the LLM models. Salesforce supports a specific set of LLM models. It has partnered with other providers so that we can make use of those LLM models using Salesforce Models API in your business use cases. The potential use cases are: you can generate a text. So you can choose any model and then you can send your prompt. It will generate a text for you. Similarly, you can generate chat. You can send your whole chat conversation and then it will send you the summary, or based on the model whatever you are selecting, it will generate the response and then you will be able to process it. You can also generate embeddings. Embedding is a numerical representation of objects which machine language or natural language processing machine can understand it. You can also generate feedback. Let's say you are trying multiple models and then you wanted to share a feedback, and then later you wanted to run a report based on the feedbacks that are shared, and then if you wanted to see which model is doing good, if that is your use case, then you should be able to submit feedback to these models also. For whenever you submit the feedback, it will be stored in Salesforce Data Cloud, so you will be able to review it. Let's see how to invoke Models API using Salesforce Apex. In this Salesforce Apex code, I am making use of OpenAI GPT-4 Omni GPT model. In order to set it, I am setting the model name as SFDC underscore AA underscore default GPT-4 Omni. If you come to this blog post, you will be able to see a link to Salesforce developer article. If you go through this article, you will be able to find the supported large language models. You can also bring your own LLM model. You can go over this article and then you will be able to understand more in detail. So here in this particular Apex code, I am sending a prompt saying what are the best restaurants in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So this is my prompt, and I am making use of models API dot create generations underscore request. So I'm making use of this use case, generate text. Let's look at the logs. Before that, let me clear all the logs. So I'm executing the code, and I am making use of OpenAI GPT-4 Omni, and this is the response. I got it from the LLM model. So in your business use cases, if you wanted to invoke a model and then you wanted to process the data and then store or summarize, it might be any use case for you, then you can easily make use of Models API from Apex, and then you should be able to process it. If you are using a screen flow, you can invoke the Apex from the flow and then you should be able to process it. Let's say your use case is not from Apex and you wanted to process it using API, because we have concurrent apex and other limitations in Salesforce. So if you have your requirements to be done as part of API, for example, if you are going to use a third party application to invoke Models API, then you can create a connected app in Salesforce. This blog post will be shared in the video description. So using this blog post, you should be able to create a connected app. If you go to the Salesforce Agent API blog post, I have given 6 steps to create a connected app. Once the connected app is created, we have to get the access token. In the same blog post, I have given how to generate the access token. Next, we have to make use of a post request to https://api.salesforce.com/einstein/platform/v1/models/ the model API name. Here I am making use of the same OpenAI GPT-4 Omni model. In the header, you have to send content type as application or JSON, authorization as bearer space access token. Once you get the access token, and x-sfdc-app-context, we have to say Einstein GPT. In the x-client-feature-id, we have to pass AI-platform-models-connected-app. In the body, you have to send the prompt. Because I'm making use of generations, I'm not making use of other use cases as part of this video. So I'm going to send a prompt and it should return the response. Let's see how to do that. So first, this is my org. I'm making use of client credentials flow, and then I'm getting the access token. So I got the access token. This is the header and this is the body. So now my access token is ready. I have a script which runs and stores the access token. Here we talked about this header. This is the endpoint. In the body, we have to send what is the prompt. In the header, make sure you are using bearer space the access token, which you did it in the previous post request. And then if you send a post request, it will be able to generate the content based on the prompt whatever you sent. One more important thing is, if you are worried about the toxicity, then you should be able to see the toxicity score also. The toxicity score will be 0 to 1. 1 is the highest. So you can make use of this toxicity score, and then you can store it. If you are using a third-party application, and then if you are invoking, you can store those information in your third-party application, and then you can report and review it later. If you wanted to know more about the toxicity scoring, then you can make use of this Salesforce developer article. Please check the video description. In the video description, I have shared my blog post. From the blog post, you should be able to get the sample Apex code, which was referenced in this video, and also other additional help links which can be referenced for invoking Models API. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for watching.